I'm actually going to really not go through the comments that I wrote out so much as to respond to what's been raised this evening. Just a quick on diversity and equity. You know, I'm tremendously proud to be part of the union movement that has done a tremendous amount to ensure that communities can move beyond data crunching into teaching the whole child with connection to staff who are themselves reflecting the children. And I will say, even though we're talking about Paris tonight, how disappointed the BEU negotiators were that the school committee rejected a proposal by our coordinators in the BEU that would have allowed them to hire staff of color from around the country, because there's language that restricts what will be recognized for the purpose of placing people on salary. And that was something we felt we really offered as a very, very productive proposal. But let's talk about paras, also out of the union movement, professionalized first through efforts to achieve dignity on the job, including with a livable wage. We consider ourselves in that proud tradition. We think it's good for our students. I'm very honored to be part of a team, negotiators, that sit in those chairs, everybody, and represent every single type of educator, paraprofessional and administrator in the district. And I have to laugh when I hear references to the BEU leadership, let alone the president, because all of the stuff that's happening in negotiations is done by a remarkable group of teachers, paras, and administrators. And it is they, and I'm just going to really focus on a little bit of what we're trying to do at the table. We were very saddened at 10 o'clock last night that the school committee shut down the conversation and said they would have no more discussions with us, even though we were very interested in working on really playing with some of the proposals and find common ground. And I'm going to be very specific. We don't think that a two-tiered salary system honors the important work of paras that are not in those rooms, because they are doing tremendously skilled work. And we were looking for a way, if you've got a certain amount of money, to make sure that it was fairly distributed and available through the initiative of any para to be able to access that skill. We also have a proposal that we were that was flatly rejected. I think it's very important for everyone to understand. It costs zero money, zero. It is seniority protection for being here in layoffs and recalls, so that their skill and experience is honored. This is we really want you to appreciate how much discussion there is that comes to the table. There's no union out there and some union boss with with the brass knuckles and stuff. And with that in mind, some folks are going to help me. We have here over 1,000 pledge cards from our members. They are dedicated and determined to support their negotiators, to have a fair contract, to have one that is going to be possible for dignity. We're not all or nothing. We're not trying to bust the budget. We're trying to do something that is fair and right, and we'll give you time to find the money.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I think you'll learn more.
Mr. Block, and then next is Mr. Arpaio. You have 3 minutes.
Yeah. Good evening. My name is Jeremy Block. I'm a teacher at Devotion. I'm a Brookline resident and Brookline homeowner. My children went to the Devotion school. I'm trying to make some sense of the situation. I think one possibility is that you don't understand the significance of the work of the paras. And let me assure you, it's an essential element of the teaching team. It plays a decisive role in providing services to our students. Having a stable, trained, secure workforce of paras is very, very important for meeting the equity goals that and our teaching goals that we have for our students. So I would ask you to, are you prepared to answer the questions that are these people, do the paras have a livable wage? Do they have the wage scale that's comparable to our comparable communities, not just in terms of the incremental improvements that you put up here, but from a full profile? Is it a fair wage scale? And is our turnover worse than other communities? You have to be prepared to defend a full picture of this being an equitable compensation for this essential part of our workforce. And you have to be able to convince me and my neighbors that this is happening, because the teachers feel it's not. And right now, I don't think you made the case in the presentation earlier that this is happening. So it's not enough to say there's not enough money to do the right thing. If it's the right thing, and it's the right thing for this workforce, and the right thing in turn for our most vulnerable and deserving students who they serve, we have to do the right thing. We can't put the burden of financial austerity on the backs of our most vulnerable employees. It's a time of economic equity. Our workforce, this is equity for our staff that serves our students. You have to do the right thing. And you have to make a full case that you're doing the right thing in a decisive and courageous manner on this issue, and you have to make it to the town. Otherwise, the parents will not be behind you, the neighborhood won't be behind you, and the teachers will not be behind you. Thank you.
Right.
Mr. Okawa, and then Kiernan Baggy. Baggy. Okay. You're on that. 3 minutes, please.
Hi, I'm Stephen Okawa. I work at Brooklyn High School in the interim. I'm a para there. And I just want to talk a little about just the experience, seeing pretty much the working poor, and just maybe you've never heard it before, or maybe you've never heard anyone's experiences in it before, but I live in Dorchester on the top floor of a family home. Basically, I live with my mother.
Speak a little louder.
I live with my mother. Thank you. To say that louder. Thank you.
She can see you on TV.
And I have to take the red line to the green line every day. It takes about 45 minutes, and by the time I get in, I'm probably already very tired and a little bit exhausted, so I can't really be at my best. My background is that I have obviously an undergrad, and I have 2 master's degrees, one from Western Connecticut State, and the other from the University of Edinburgh. So that means I think most people in this room are generally overqualified and overworked, and they're definitely underpaid, otherwise we wouldn't be here. Just to give you a comparison, food service workers make about $16K a year. My sister works at Dunkin' Donuts, makes about $16K a year. So we're making, what, 2-3 grand more than that for a food service job you don't need all my qualifications for. And I just want to talk about how basically this is the new normal, not just here, or in Brookline or in Massachusetts, but in the United States, in all Western countries. And that basically I think that you can't expect us to come in every day and be at our best and ask us to smile and ask us to just basically ask the world from us at such low wages, and at the same time that we don't have maybe an outside life that matches maybe how good our job is and how much we like our jobs and like how much we like to work with the kids. And frankly, to me, I feel sometimes ashamed and embarrassed about how little I make and how just absolutely denigrated. I talked to a lady outside, I won't say her name, but she was telling me about going on fuel assistance and going on welfare and going on basic other subsidies that we shouldn't have to really endure, just to have a normal existence and be able to enjoy our lives and develop the way we want to develop. And basically, I just want to thank all the workers in here and think you're all doing a great job. And I hope I've given you some insight into what I think generally, maybe this is just my experience, but I just wanted to give you some insight to it. And maybe you've never heard how much about the working poor, but that's, hi. Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Cross, you can also pick up the microphone so you can be heard. You don't have to.
How's this?
There you go.
You can stand up straight.
Yeah, there you go. Stand up straight. Yeah.
Cool. This is my first year working at Brookline. I also want to say that I'm also the advisor for the Speech and Debate Club. I'm also worked with the Peer Leader Group and was their moderator for the debate on Monday night. And I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this to say I love this school district. And I'm also extremely embarrassed being part of the school district. My girlfriend is a grad student. She makes $30K. She pays for things for me. I live in Cambridge. I live a town away because I can't afford to live in the town that I work in. I love Brookline, but I can't actually live in Brookline. I am consistently embarrassed talking with other people my age that I make 18.5K before I give money back to pay for my health insurance and before union dues. And the contract that I hear is, if we want more money, we have to work harder for you. That's actually what you are saying to us. Not that you will be giving us more money, it's that we don't earn the money. I'm actually personally very offended by that. I love any school district that I work in. I have no issue doing speech and debate for free. For the second after speech and debate, I work an additional 5 to 6 hours all over Massachusetts, driving all over the place, just so I can afford to live in an apartment that's significantly smaller than this room. And so I can wake up, I can't actually afford to go to a gym, so I have to wake up earlier to run and do basic fitness. To be clear, the paycheck that you give us does not cover. Yeah, someone just said literally life.
Breathing?
No, thankfully breathing's still free, but it barely covers food. It definitely doesn't fully cover the gas that I have to spend on a regular basis to get more work outside of school. I love working with the students, but sometimes it is generally hard waking up in the morning and say, I'm going to a job, which some point out, I actually have a master's in teaching, and I accepted this because I was told that would be a great opportunity to be involved with such a dedicated school district.
30 seconds.
Thank you. I see